Welcome back to Conversations, and we are here with another special guest. As you can tell from behind us here, we have some amazing artwork, and let's get introduced here. Introduce yourself.
Oh, my name is Idowu Oluwaseun, and I'm a painter from Nigeria, and I studied in Germany and also in Nigeria. I studied painting in Germany and also in Nigeria, so I've been painting for a while now, so that's basically who I
Sprechen
am.
Sie Deutsch? Did I do it right?
See.
You said see?
See, that's the Spanish.
That's good.
Sorry, I'm being influenced by the Spanish
And then you're like,
culture,
we-
yeah. But in German, you only say, ja, ich
Ja.
spreche Deutsch und ja,
Sprechen
ich bin
Sie-
seit ein paar Jahren in Amerika und ich habe auch in Deutschland studiert. That I just said is I've been here for a few years and I've already I studied art in Germany.
Germany.
That's what I said in German. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Es un pintor aquí, se está visitando nosotros aquí en este estudio y está pintando por muchos años. Es de Nigeria y también estaba viviendo allá en Alemania. Awesome.
Yeah,
We are
Spanish.
a multicultural
There
show,
you go,
right?
man.
Bro, so I just want to tell everyone how we met. So I went down to see Eddie Filler Jr.'s exhibit at the Houston Museum of African American Art and Culture, HMAC, down in the museum district. And you were just statuesque. You were standing in the corner, and I was trying to get footage. So I was like, let me just walk over and ask this gentleman if he could help me out. And turns out we just started talking, and I just basically uncovered art. Like, it's kind of like, you just hit the jackpot in an artist, and the way that you were in there and your presence was so majestic, and like the level of appreciation you had for the art there, I knew something was up. And then when you showed me your Instagram, you guys, when he tells you his Instagram account, you're going to be blown away, because this is just a small sampling of what's on his Instagram account. So man, it was like serendipitous. It was like perfect meeting, perfect timing. Like, because I'm like 2 feet tall and you're like 8. As an over exaggeration, but I needed better footage of the event to go down there. What brought you down to the event for Eddie? How did you find out about it?
Actually, sometime early this year, I came to check one of the exhibition, and I met Eddie there, and through I met him and he introduced me to Clay, Mr. Clay, with Dominic Clay, the director over there, and we follow each other on Instagram. So ever since then, I've been seeing the way Mr. Eddie paints and draws, and it's so fascinating to me too.
Yeah.
So, and that's the main reason why I had to go there and support him, because this is a great painter and a great he draws so good, and I just want to see that in person. So when I went there and I saw all the stuff, I said, I can't just check that, see that by myself alone. I have to let my followers on Facebook, the guys in Germany, in Nigeria, also here in the States, to see what I'm looking at here in person. So that's the reason why I had that the Facebook Live, and that's the reason why I think that's the reason we met, because I was having a video and
I saw you out of the corner of my eye Facebook living, and I was like, oh bro, hopefully you have the footage, because your view, because I'm so short and you're so tall, would have been perfect. What did you think of when he explained some of the symbolism inside of his art in there as well too?
It just shows how matured and how art is not just about the beauty. It's all about the message. There are messages, essential messages, and there are something that influences him to do all that. And when you look at the painting, they have a lot of context in it. Those are the symbols that makes it doesn't make it like a regular drawing that everybody does. Right. He took his own drawing to a different level entirely, and it makes it much more interesting. And I think he studies the shapes and knows the meanings of all the shapes and forms.
And you too, he was so humble. Like, your artists your humility is incredible around your art. Like, he was explaining, how he doesn't even bypass like a homeless guy that's doing work on the street, and how he incorporates that into the art, like the symbolism, like you were talking about. And if you get a chance to, we both highly encourage you to go down there to HMAC to see the exhibit of Eddie. As soon as you walk into the front door, it's in the special exhibit room. And I know for a fact, I've willed this to the universe, you're going to be in that special exhibit room as well too. I know Mr. Clay, the curator down at HMAC, is already working with you, because it's so easy to see why you should be on exhibit in HMAC. Now, we talked a little bit about family influences. Tell us a little bit about your family and the influences of art in your family.
We started. My uncle was a graphic artist, and I never had a direct contact with him. But it's in the blood, and it's not. It's something you can actually. It's not a thing that's you have to struggle for. It's in there. It's inborn. And my uncle he does graphics. My elder brother, the one that passed away, I knew he used to draw, and my younger brother studied art too at the same college I studied, and my nephew is also drawing. So I think it's something that's that's in the family, and basically I'm more or less the only person that I think is doing it to this level, like with the painting and everything, like something very professionally. Let me use the word professionally.
Where did you go to school in Nigeria?
I actually went to Yaba College of Technology. Like I said, it's the best school in Nigeria. It's the best school in Nigeria, and the first in Nigeria, and and it's the best art school I think in Nigeria, because over there we were taught how to really work on the human forms, and structures and forms, structures, light, and proportion and everything is something they taught you the first time you step your feet in that school, and that's what we learn. And after when I finished from Yaba Tech, which I had my HND there, I had a national diploma over there. Okay. Then I went to Germany to study, but I went through a German cultural center in Nigeria, which is Goethe Institute, and an artist from Germany, but he's a Nigerian. His name is Chidi Kubiri, and me and my colleague, we were part of a workshop he did, and during this workshop, they said the first prize and second prize winner, we go to Germany, and that's what happened. My colleague, his name is Peter Uka, and he's in Germany right now. He's exhibiting all over the world right now, and me and him, we went to Germany to visit Germany, and after that, we spent just 2 weeks there, and we came back from Germany, and we had an admission day when we were in Germany in a college, which is the Kunst Academy in Düsseldorf, and that's one of the biggest schools in Europe.
Wow!
It is a massive school, and it's very very popular with professors like Peter Doig, professor like my professor is Rita McBride. She's an American, so we have a great professor there, and it's one of the best schools in Germany and also in Europe.
That's incredible, because your family and your bloodline lays a foundation, and then you go to one of the best and the most elite schools in Nigeria for art, and that leads you to the next step, which is another elite pool of artists and talent inside of Germany. Now, how did you make the leap from Germany to the United States?
Yeah, I actually, I came here because I have someone here to visit here, and that's how I came to the States. And then I started doing my art, and it's been a while now, and I was hoping that things, I actually started like fully last year because of one or two situations, but right now things are going on well, and hopefully it's going to get better.
It will.
So
it will. Based on your track record already, I mean, you're destined for greatness. This is literally incredible.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's shout out your social media right now. Where can people go to see the additional pieces of art that you have posted on social media? Yeah,
I have my Instagram page is Idowu_Oluwaseun_art. That's my Instagram, and my Facebook page is Idowu Seun, which is my Facebook page. With that, when you go there, you can see all my drawings, my paintings. Basically, more on Instagram, because I post a lot of pictures on Instagram, some live shoots sometimes, and sometimes some the way I paint, and I show you guys what I paint, and it's there. You can be very, very interactive with me, and you can see a lot of stuff I do over there.
Fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about this piece here. I noticed the pink, and it just happens to be coincidental that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Is there a tie between October and the color here?
Yes, ma'am. It's the reason why I did this is basically just to propagate the breast cancer awareness, because normally people, when you talk about breast cancer awareness or something, you see a female there.
Yeah.
So I want to change the thinking of people. Like, it's not just females alone. The male, some male do have breast cancer. It's the ratio is not as much as a female, but at the same time, I want the male to know what females are going through. You say you're a strong man, just go through birth, having the baby, you're gonna know what it means to be a woman. A woman is stronger. And that's the reason why I use sports. The title of this painting is called My Game Face. Just like a American football player want to play football, they have a black spot on their face like this. Instead of having the black spot here on the face, I put a pink spot there. And this one is someone with with a football shoe, and with the laces all in pink. And I'm the baseball player with a bat, and it shows pink. And I have the makeups on their face, because in Africa, when you look at some warriors in Africa, before they go to war, they have to disguise themselves or have some makeups in their face. It could be like a spiritual cleansing and all that.
Right.
So that's what I try to do. Like, you're going to war, you're trying to fight against cancer. This is not, we're trying to fight against cancer and make sure cancer is something of the past. People use different media and mediums to, propagate cancer. So I'm trying to use my painting to do the same thing. It's just trying to save this world.
Yes.
It's not just about what you make from it. It's what you're giving out. It's not what you're receiving most of the time. So that's what I'm trying to do with this painting.
The messaging is beautiful, and it's so
Thank you.
articulate. This is so powerful. I love the pieces that you brought to us. One is important for men to understand that women are experiencing breast cancer, especially African American women or Black women, experience what's called triple X breast cancer. It's the most aggressive form of breast cancer that's out there, and it hits African American and African women more. And then African American women and Black women in general die at higher rates than any other demographic from breast cancer. So the symbolism and the importance of what you're doing reinforces what's happening in our communities across the diaspora with breast cancer awareness. Again, to draw attention to the fact that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it is very important that you are getting your mammograms, that you are going in for your checkups, that you do have an oncologist if you are in the middle of your battle against breast cancer and you are a warrior and fighting this. This is important for you for messaging. The other thing I want to talk a little bit about is the fact that, wow, the way that you constructed the pieces, because if people aren't able to see that there's 4 parts to this. Do you want to talk a little bit about how you built this together and what art medium you're using here?
Yeah, basically I use let me start with the art medium. I paint with acrylic colors. Okay. Acrylic, and I love acrylic because it's non-toxic, and it's, you can be in a room and paint acrylic all day. You don't have no problem. When you're painting with oil, you just have to make sure the room is properly ventilated and all that. But with acrylic, you're good. Kids can paint with acrylic with no problems. But with oil, you just have to supervise the kids, because it's not even advisable for kids to paint with oil. So acrylic, it's easy to paint with from my own point of view. Because some artists find it so difficult to paint with because it dries so fast, and they're like, oh, it's dry. I can't really, work with it. So for me, it's a perfect medium. I paint with a lot of mediums, and I don't have issues with almost every medium. I draw with paint almost every medium. And basically, this paint is 4 different different canvases, and I put them together. It's just like having four strengths. One is good, 4 is better. Right. You have 4 ways of expressing yourself, 4 ways of actually bringing your message across. You could have been 1, and you can like, wow, this is nice, but I have 4 ways of showing things, and it's I think it's much more stronger with 4 than 1. 1 could be strong, but 4 strong ones is going to be stronger than just 1, and that's the reason why I put them together. And I paint a lot with a lot of canvases together. Sometimes I have 16 canvases, 20 canvases together. And there's some paintings I have right now. There's a painting I have right now for the breast cancer awareness too. It's like a victory sign, a man with a boxing glove, with a pink boxing glove, and he has his hand in a position of victory, like it's a victory over cancer. And that one has about he has about 12 canvases together.
Wow. incredible.
Yes,
And this one also on social media where they can
that's
find
on
it?
social media. They can find it on my Instagram page. I have it on my Instagram page.
Fantastic. Now let's talk a little bit about this one. I noticed the Nigerian flag and the Nigerian colors.
Yes.
You want to talk to us about this one?
Yes. It's also significant to this month because it's October, which is the day Nigeria had independence in 1960. So this painting is basically a regular Nigerian, a day-to-day Nigerian, and a regular citizen in Nigeria that works and they bust their butts to make sure they earn their living, but they are not really getting what they're working for. The significance of this painting is very strong. I decided to use a model with a Nigerian flag wrapped over his head to show that this is from Nigeria, and this person is having two gas cans. And the two gas cans is very symbolic to Nigeria. It might not be green. I actually use green because it's Nigerian color. Right. If you look at the painting very well, you can see two green. He's holding two green gas cans, and a white pant is having. So trying to show you that that's green, white, green Nigerian flag. So, it's like you have the crude oil in Nigeria, but your people, the governments, the people are not even gaining from the crude oil, from the oil. There are countries that have crude oil, have all these mineral resources, and the citizens are getting from there. But it's in my country, it's a bit different entirely. Okay. You have all the resources, and like I said, you just have a raw rice at home, and you want to cook the rice, but you don't have a stove. So you sell it to your neighbor, and your neighbor have the rice, and he cooked it and he sell it back to you. That's what is actually happening in Nigeria. Refineries are bad. We're not repairing refineries. We are not building new ones. And what we do is we just sell it out to other countries, and they refine it and they sell it back to us, which is not smart. And that's what is happening. And so I actually posted this painting on Instagram on October 1st, and I had a video of when I was painting this the flag, and I think I have 10,500 views already on that. On the video of painting the flag of the flag on Instagram. So I was excited too about the amount of people that shows more interest in that, and it is
that's basically gone viral. I mean, it went viral on you. That's incredible. And it, like you said, the symbol and the imagery, like the green panels on the flag with the white panel down the middle.
Yes.
And it's perfect timing again because, like you said, the 58 years.
Yeah, 58 years of struggling in like the popular Nigerian musician Fela Anikulapo said. He said, "Suffering and smiling. We are suffering, but we still keep a smiling face on." And I heard the song the man sang. I was a child. Maybe I wasn't even born then. I grew up. It's still the same thing that he sang then. If you bring back what he sang then to this day, it's the same thing that is happening. It's like no difference. It's even getting worse. Like the title of this painting is called "Nigeria We Hail Thee." That was in the 70s. I got this title from a popular Nigerian rapper. His name is Mod9. In one of his rap albums, he said, "Nigeria We Hail Thee." That was in the 70s. Like the Nigerian first anthem and all that. And
here it is, 48 years.
Yeah, back then, things are way better compared to now.
Wow.
And it's getting worse, and it's not getting better. It's just like the same old people that's been ruling, they just recycle each other and they come back and they rule.
Different leaders, same thought process, same things happening.
Yes, the same. It's not even, most of the time, it's not even these different leaders, the same leaders. They've been there before. They had to go on exile for a while and they come back again and say, "Oh, I'm a new person. No, it's all lies. So that's basically what this painting is all about.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
What inspired you? The line in the music?
The line in the music inspired me. I wouldn't lie because it's one of the, I listened to the dude very well, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to paint it. And it was, I had to time the paintings.
Right.
I just don't want to post this painting in April.
Right.
Because it won't make no sense to me, and I won't post this painting in the other one in a different month because it won't make no sense to me. So I have to put it online during the period where it's very, very relevant and it's going to have a much more audience and much more, because it's basically you're looking for audience for people to see what you're doing, because you're trying to send a message. If the message is not even going to the audience, it's just like you putting something under your bed, nobody's going to see it.
Exactly.
So, and that's it influences me, the timing and the artist, the musician, and for the fact that I know what is happening back home in Nigeria, it actually influences me to do this painting.
It's incredible. Thank you so much. And it's wonderful. We just had a documentary that our executive producer did called Nigeria 58, A Nigerian Historian Perspective. And it's ironic that many of the people that are featured in there mentioned some of the same things that you're talking about as well, too. And now we have a piece of art that reflects that same point of view of how beautiful and powerful the people in the country are, but yet we still have some of the issues like this that need to be resolved so that we can level up and be the greatest that we can possibly be. And I know that when we talked, you were still painting when you were headed down here to the studio.
Yes.
Are you working on another one? Is it top secret? Can you share with us?
Yeah, it's something I'm working, and it's basically for the veterans in America, because I just don't do painting. I do paintings that influences the. I just want to influence people positively, but at the same time, don't shy away from the truth. And because a lot of people just want to paint you some flowers so that you can be happy. Now, I want people to be happy, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I just want to be truthful with myself. You know, you might paint flowers and just sell it real quick, you know. But I might paint this one and I can still have it for years without selling it. But my conscience, as you know, it feels good when I paint something like that and I know I'm changing people's lives and people's way of thinking. And the painting I'm working on is basically for the veterans, and it's going to be posted during the Veterans Month. I think that's in November. Next month. So I'm working towards that to make sure when it's time, you know, I'm going to post it online. It's going to look like something like this in this format, and with a camouflage tied on the head, and it's just a great. The veterans are going through a lot of stuff. They fought for the country, and there they are on the street. They don't have the best healthcare. They don't have the best situation. So, and that's what I'm working on that. So, and I'm been busy trying to get things done.
Full-time job, full-time artist, and working on hopefully having an exhibit at HMAC, and I bet more than likely we'll see you one day at the Houston Museum of Fine Arts.
Hopefully.
or just going global, because you are a global art phenom now. You know, you've gone to Nigeria, you've been to Germany, now you're in the United States, and you're carrying this tradition from Nigeria and helping us to see, you know, art through a different perspective, you know, and that's powerful. And I'm glad that you're here in the Nigerian Houstonian community to be able to share this with us. Thank you for coming down today. Let's make sure that we tell our audience one more time how to find you on social media so they can connect with you if they're interested in talking with you about maybe having you do some projects for them.
Yeah, mine, like I said, my Instagram is Idowu_Oluwaseun_ART, and my Facebook is Idowu Seun. And that's basically the two platform I am on right now.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. This has been another episode of Conversations, and we'll see you next time.